Hello, I'm Zara Imtiaz, editor of the Asian Feed magazine. Welcome to another podcast of Asian Agribiz. In this podcast, my colleague Hatu, regional correspondent of Southeast Asia, talks to Marc Campet, ADM's Aquaculture Business Development Director in Asia, about the growth of functional feed for aquaculture in the Asian region. They also explore how functional feed adds value to sustainability and cost efficiency in the aquaculture sector. Let's have a listen.
Hello, Marc. Thank you for accepting to talk in this podcast.
Good morning, too. Nice to talk to you as well.
Marc, Asia is the biggest shrimp production hub in the world. But this area is also known as the most vulnerable area. When we look at its disease profile and economic loss due to climate change and environmental problems. So Marc, as a feed producer and an observer, what do you think are the biggest issues that shrimp farmers in the region are facing with?
Well, we all know that disease and high cost each impair the competitiveness of the Asian shrimp farmer industry. There is no surprise there. Also, new disease appearing regularly under intensive farming condition where pathogenic pressure is already high is also to consider. And last but not least, sustainability aspect is also an important driver that has begun to change the industry.
I see. So what are the solutions that can adhere to these issues or at least minimize their impact, but still ensure the economic benefits for farmers?
At ADM, we are focused on developing animal nutrition solutions that are optimize animal efficiency, which is an economic benefit to producer, as well as minimizing environmental impacts. In that sense, probiotics in shrimp feed are an effective solution for preventing disease and enabling shrimp growth while also reducing waste and improving water quality.
Okay, so you mean that an animal nutrition solution can be a functional solution for the issues, right?
Functional feeds is definitely a nutrition solution developed to solve specific production challenge. In this case, our aim is to prevent disease in shrimp ponds. This is really the first target. Probiotics in more general aspects and probiotic feed offer nutrition while potentially reducing pathogen and the need to use antibiotics.
Okay, so the functional feed, to what extent it has been applied to the shrimp industry in particular and in livestock industry in general?
Livestock industry is pursuing efficiency in production with industrial solutions to reduce the risk of disease and ensure production stability. We are seeing an increasing number of intensive shrimp production operations that apply a high rate of automation and offer strong biosecurity. This is, in other words, part of the consolidation we see of the shrimp industry in Asia. ADM commercial coating and mixing solution aim for healthier, more cost-effective and sustainable aquaculture in Asia.
Okay, so how many types of functional feed you have developed?
ADM offers a wide range of functional feed solutions for aqua, ruminant, poultry, swine, and pet category worldwide. That has been part of internal synergy, which are essential for ADM. We are leveraging internal synergy to actively pursue research and development for additional and more effective functional feed. In aquaculture, functional feed with our shrimp product is the next generation of our Ocealis functional feed line, and it's ADM first live probiotic coated feed. It contains a blend of feed additive, ADM ingredient, and probiotic that enhance and stabilize shrimp gut health. This functional feed is a strategic product for Asian aquaculture. It was developed to optimally match the tropical climate of Southeast Asia, and it became available in Vietnam in early 2021, which was last year. ADM is planning to expand its functional feed range under Ocealis Life Defense brand, targeting fish and shrimp farmers in Asia, more particularly within China, Indonesia, India, Philippines, and Vietnam.
Mark, you mentioned about the use of probiotics in functional feed. Do you think Vietnamese farmers understand about the value of probiotics in improving animals' health and how to use it?
Of course, the rising threat of disease and need for more sustainability and cost efficiency has been pushing Asian shrimp producers to consolidate and adapt their farm practice. Of course, changing the industry doesn't happen overnight. Many farms still do not have sufficiently productive conditions. Many of Asia's shrimp farmers are accustomed to mixing probiotic manually into feed. For example, some farmers target risky periods of hot weather or bacterial outbreak without other administered probiotic throughout the whole cycle. The level of probiotic can also vary, as well as the number of feeding per day. Probiotics are also known to dilute in pond water when hand mixed at the farm gate. So altogether, such a functional feed provides a full solution to farmer situation.
If the farmers somehow familiarized with the use of probiotics, why do we need to support them in coating the probiotics into the feed?
Our aquaculture team has worked with our farmer network and our regional R&D center in Vietnam to define the right formulation to ensure we meet our objective of disease prevention and cost effectiveness. This functional feed contains a blend of live bacteria and specific additive to regulate gut flora for better digestibility and disease prevention. Specific formulation also and production process ensure good stability of the feeds. So altogether, definitely a full solution will simplify the farming condition and be a full package solution for the farmer.
So could you elaborate on this functional feed? What is the innovation in this?
The main part is really on industrial approach where IDM has invested in automated technology that apply an industrial coating of live probiotic post-pelleting, homogeneity and quality of the functional feed product. Furthermore, our probiotic offer functional benefits that other feeds do not.
So what type of bacteria do you use?
It's important to note that more than the type of bacteria used, it's ADM proprietary blend of various bacillus strains that make this functional feed a superior product. In other words, we are really working with a specific selection of probiotic strain cocktail, which ensure a better result at farm level.
You said it's live bacteria. Why?
It's a critical point. Live bacteria are important to access the functional benefits of probiotic in shrimp feed. Probiotics support immune function, control of pathogen, and robust gut health. And live probiotics are essential to bring all those benefits that I have just claimed. Probiotic in this functional feed are applied in spore form, or I may say sleeping form. When exposed to water on the feed, the spore will wake up and change into active form.
Interesting. So how long does it take for the bacteria to wake up?
It's an immediate wake up, basically, and the bacteria immediately activates at 95% hatching rate as soon as the feed is added into the pond and touching water. So ticks are active in the shrimp gut between 1 to 3 hours, which perfectly align with shrimp digestion period.
So how long can the probiotics remain stable before use?
Our trials at commercial shrimp pond in Vietnam showed that the product can inhibit pathogen bacteria, including Vibrio parahemolyticus and Vibrio RVE. And that's knowing that the probiotics stay, I would say, active for 2-3 hours. You have an immediate activity lasting more or less for a period of 2-3 hours after feeding. And an important point as well to mention, as under tropical condition, it can be challenging. The product can stay stable and have a shelf life of up to 6 months under Asian industrial and environmental condition.
6 months, that's impressive. Okay, is the product the functional feed? I mean, is it produced here or it is imported?
Good question, considering the current logistic world situation. Leverage ADM international expertise. We combine know-how at a local level, regional and global level to develop a successful solution. This functional feed is manufactured in Vietnam with a probiotic blend carried biomass from an ADM plant in the US. Strict quality control, specification and international certification ensure consistency, quality and stability of the functional feed produced in Vietnam.
Okay. Is this feed suitable for which growing stage of the animal?
This functional feed, in fact, is a full feed range. It can be fed from the first months until harvest. So in other words, we are offering starter, grower, finisher, and the whole range is composed of 7 different pallet size.
Okay, so let's talk about the benefit of the feed. What are the sustainability factor of this feed? Or in other words, how does it help improve the environment?
I think the main and the first point to focus on is to consider within current regulation to reduce the use of antibiotic growth promoter in the Asian market. The probiotics serve as a substitute for antibiotics. Maybe I want to rephrase. So under current regulation in Asia tendency with strong regulation to reduce use of antibiotic growth promoter, the functional feeds serve as a substitute for antibiotics and show to improve shrimp growth and survival rates. This functional feed also optimized feed usage with an improved feed conversion ratio known as FCR for most of the farmer and aqua specialists. And therefore, this is impacting and reducing environmental impact and benefit water quality. Last but not least, probiotic loss into pond water is significantly reduced with an industrial coated product compared to farm mixing.
I see. So what about the cost-effective factor of this functional feed? Could you elaborate on that?
Of course, that would be probably the main expectation of farmer in this international market where it's essential to drive down production cost. This functional feed is first of all targeting to improve survival rate, and that would immediately impact on the production cost of a farmer. We all know that the most expensive for a farmer is to lose a production cycle or to not produce. Having said that, improving survival rates of a farmer will immediately impact and reduce in production cost. Additionally, probiotics are well known to support better digestion, which is an aspect we also took care of. And with better feed utilization, we help to drive down, first of all, feed costs, and then secondly, but it's also important to mention, all water treatment costs. As a better digestion of the feed will impact water environment and water quality, driving down the cost of water treatments.
Interesting. Mark, you've mentioned that using this functional feed will help farmer mix the probiotics in the feed more equally. Is it a way to save the labor cost?
Correct, and it's an important point to take care and to mention here. ADM has invested in high-end equipment for our Ocealis shrimp feed production facility to coat the feed directly with probiotic at the end of the manufacturing process, which do not impact the quality of the probiotic. Industrial coating provide a higher count of probiotic bacteria in the feed at a lower cost compared to traditional water treatments.
Okay, so is the functional feed available in the market now? Which market?
This new functional feed is available currently in Vietnam and is now on the way to the Philippine market. We are also currently working to tailor this innovation offering for local requirement of the Chinese market.
I see. Why do you think it is important and marketable to these markets?
As a region with a prevalent position in the aquaculture market, Asia is a strong focus area for ADM. We are reinforcing our presence in China, Vietnam, Philippines, India, and Indonesia, while expanding into new markets to export animal nutrition solutions. Vietnam specifically is leading the aquaculture industry in Southeast Asia, and Indonesia is becoming increasingly competitive. Therefore, a regional approach seems to be more than, as a region with a prevalent position in the aquaculture market, Asia is a strong focus area for ADM. We are reinforcing our presence in China, Vietnam, Philippines, India, and Indonesia, while expanding into new markets to export animal nutrition solutions. Vietnam specifically is leading the aquaculture industry in Southeast Asia, and Indonesia is also becoming an increasingly competitive country within Southeast Asia.
I see. So with the countries that you have mentioned, I think that they are still heavily dependent on the use of traditional feed. So with the new introduction of functional feed in this area, what do you think about the trend of the functional feed replacing traditional feeds?
It probably take a while to change farmer habits, but we clearly see that recent market trends show there is growing interest in aquaculture development globally, with an increasing variety of species and production system. Also, ADM is currently focusing especially on functional aquafeed. We have internal synergy, research and development capability, and a long-term global vision with a keen eye on the industry horizon. We are already working on expanding Life Defense brand and Ocealis functional feed into other segments as marine fish and freshwater fingerling.
Wonderful. Thank you for your explanation, Mark. Now I understand more about functional feed and its growing role in aquaculture in Asia. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was a very interesting interview.
Thank you for listening to Asian Agribiz podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts on, to keep up to date on the latest happenings in the animal protein industry in Asia.